Welcome to Dub Nation, your home for all things Golden State Warriors. Highlights, hot takes, and pure Dubs energy. Join the squad. This is where champions live.
Hey, young fella, you's a smart motherfucker, man.
So you've now reversed course. Before the season, Kuminga turned down an offer in the $30 million per year range, seeking an offer in the $35 million per year range.
Well, you were Nico right now. You look real bad. Oh, I know you was kicking yourself in the ass. Oh, I know you couldn't sleep, motherfucker, this whole year. These last 2 weeks, you should be celebrating. You was the best player for the Warriors in the playoffs. There's nothing they can do. You, sir, stepped up to a playoff atmosphere, playing against that team, coming off the bench, averaging 24.
A lot of
off
points.
the bench. Right now, you can make the claim you probably was the second best player in the series. For sure, third. Ching, ching. Remember, playoff series is sometimes what people get paid off of.
Jonathan Kuminga,
Right.
like what's going to happen with him? Ramon and I have been talking about it. There seems to be optimism in the Warriors camp that he will resign. He will be a restricted free agent. This market's not great for him. As one NBA GM told me, is like, what has he proven to be worth what his agent wants, which is $25+ million? Who has that money for him? Why does he deserve that? But then on the flip side, if he returns to the Warriors, like, what's his role?
And can he reach his full potential there?
Yeah, and so if I'm Jonathan, I'm in a really weird spot right now. The money's not here this summer. Maybe it's next summer, but either way, there's a lot of question marks.
Well, look, I think the Warriors want him back. The question is, does he want to be back?
Yeah.
I know there are teams that like Jonathan Kuminga. They just don't have cap space. So it has to be a sign and trade. And from what I understand, the Warriors are not going to give him up not assets that they don't like in return. They want to keep him unless they get something great back for him. So he can go and negotiate a deal with another team.
Right.
Chicago likes him. Miami likes him. You know, let's
Sacramento.
Sacramento. Let's see if the Phoenix Suns they liked him a lot. They had him in the original construction for Kevin Durant back in February.
Sure.
But
I like nice cars.
But do they have players that the Warriors would want to take back in a sign and trade?
Right.
And from my understanding, the Warriors they don't like anything right now that's being discussed.
When you look at the Golden State Warriors, and I think about their run against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jonathan Kuminga showed what he can be in those final couple of games without Steph Curry. It's about whether or not he's going to be able to reach that full potential
Is that
here.
a big enough sample size,
We just got some news in from our senior insider, Shams Charania, as we've been talking here. Kevon Looney, as we're talking about the Golden State Warriors, he's agreed to a 2-year, $16 million deal with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Wow.
Again,
Oh,
that is
end
what
of an era.
Shams is reporting. So it's really an end of an era.
End of an era, man.
Sad people in the Bay right now.
That is
He's been such a key
Yeah.
piece of this team of many championships as well in the Bay.
As odd as it might sound, he may get his jersey retired one day.
Yeah, he could.
He's kind of the hard hat guy for the Warriors, done everything they asked him to do. He was a guy in the locker room. You know where he's going to hurt the most? He's been the biggest mentor.
Yeah.
Like, people think about Steph, and they think about Draymond as a mentor. Nobody's been a bigger mentor for the young guys in that roster than
Well, I think they're also looking for another center, and they're in the discussions with Al Horford, some other of the centers that are out there. And you know, if he's got an offer like this, he's got to take that money.
Yeah, but for 10 years with the Golden State
That's a
Warriors,
lot.
that was a heck of a run. So
great
again,
move by
Kevon
Joe
Looney.
Dumars for his young guys.
Yeah, that's
Kevon
great.
Looney on his way to the New Orleans Pelicans. While we're talking about the Golden State Warriors and you're asking the kinds of questions about what money they can afford to pay Jonathan Kuminga while still trying to maybe upgrade at center, that sounds like a job for Mr. Money Moves. Bobby Marks, make it work for us, please, sir.
Well, we're going to look at two things right now. We're going to look at the center market right now. This is a priority for Golden State, certainly the playoff loss against Minnesota. Here's a name to keep an eye on. Former Celtics, Al Horford, okay? That would certainly fill some of the need that Golden State needs at the center position. Everyone was talking about Jonathan Kuminga. We have him projected at a $20 million number right now. The problem with Jonathan Kuminga is there's no salary cap space out there. The Michael Porter Jr., Cam Johnson trade has eliminated most of the Nets cap space to go out and do an offer sheet on Jonathan Kuminga. So he's basically in a waiting game. He can take a $7.9 million qualifying offer or a team-friendly deal. And I think that's going to be the key for the Warriors offseason. Certainly a signing trade potentially also. Brian had mentioned, I heard him over there when he was asking about Cam Johnson, that Cam Johnson, Michael Porter Jr. trade. That unlocks the non-tax mid-level exception, $14.1 million for the Denver Nuggets to go out and use.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brace yourselves for an NBA earthquake that's rattling the foundations of the Bay Area. Jonathan Kuminga, the Warriors' 22-year-old dynamo, drafted 7th in 2021, exploded onto the scene like a comet, clinching a championship ring in his rookie year own of the youngest ever to cradle the Larry O'Brien trophy. But the confetti's long gone, replaced by a storm of betrayal and broken promises. Last season, Kuminga delivered 5 belas, 3 points, 6 rebounds, and a 45.4% field goal percentage. Yet he was benched, ignored, and left questioning his future. A source close to Kuminga told The Athletic he'd lost all faith in coach Steve Kerr, convinced his star potential was being smothered under a veteran-heavy regime. Is this the end of Kuminga's Warriors saga, or the spark of a rebellion that'll redefine the NBA? The drama's just beginning. As Kuminga's trust in the Warriors crumbles, a contract war is brewing. Let's dive into the high-stakes money game that's got the league on edge. Hold on to your seats, because this is where the plot thickens. Kuminga, now a restricted free agent, made a bold move, rejecting a staggering $30 million per year offer from the Warriors, aiming for a $35 million jackpot, according to ex-posts and Sporting News. But the NBA markets turned colder than a Minnesota winter. ESPN's Bobby Marks revealed the Brooklyn Nets, the only team with over $20 million in cap space, blew it all on the Cam Johnson-Michael Porter Jr. trade, leaving Kuminga's camp in a tailspin. An NBA GM scoffed, "What's he proven to deserve $25 million plus? Who's got that cash?" With a $7.9 million qualifying offer as his fallback, Kuminga's staring at a financial cliff. The Warriors hold the reins, but whispers of discontent grow louder. Has Kuminga's gamble backfired? Or is he poised to outsmart the system? The clock's ticking, and the stakes couldn't be higher. With his contract dreams fading, Kuminga's playoff heroics might be his only bargaining chip. Let's relive the moment he set the NBA ablaze. When the Warriors needed a savior, Jonathan Kuminga answered with a vengeance. In the 2025 Western Conference semifinals against the Minnesota Timberwolves, with Steph Curry sidelined by a hamstring injury, Kuminga erupted for 28 points per game across 5 games, including a blistering 26, 3 points on 51, 9% shooting in the final 3, per Bleacher Report. Off the bench, he outshone Jimmy Butler, boasting a 63.5% true shooting percentage to Butler's 53. This wasn't just a performance, it was a defiant roar. Kuminga proved he could be the Warriors' second-best player, maybe even their cornerstone. Yet, Steve Kerr's refusal to trust him earlier, benching him for 3 playoff games against Houston, left deep wounds. Fans are outraged, screaming for change. Has Kerr's old-school approach doomed a generational talent, or is Kuminga's breakout a sign he's ready to lead? The NBA world demands answers. Kuminga's playoff fire has teams salivating, but can he escape Golden State's grip? Let's uncover the trade rumors shaking the league. The NBA rumor mill is in overdrive, and Kuminga's name is flashing in neon lights. The Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls, Sacramento Kings, and New Orleans Pelicans are circling like sharks, desperate for the 6'8" athletic freak, per The Athletic. But the Warriors aren't budging. They'll only trade Kuminga for a blockbuster return, and sign-and-trade talks are stuck in quicksand thanks to the NBA's arcane base-year compensation rules. The Bulls dangle names like Nikola Vucevic and Kobe White. But Golden State's not biting, with a $170, $5 million payroll, and Kuminga's $22, $9 million cap hold, choking their flexibility. The Warriors face a brutal choice: keep their young star or cash in for a veteran upgrade. Kuminga's camp is fuming, demanding a bigger role elsewhere. Is this the end of his Bay Area dream? Or will the Warriors pull off a miracle? The league's watching, and the tension's unbearable. As Kuminga's fate hangs in the balance, the Warriors are reeling from another blow. Let's mourn the end of a Golden State legend. The Warriors' world is crumbling before our eyes. While Kuminga's drama dominates headlines, the Bay Area bids a tearful goodbye to Kevon Looney. The unsung hero of 3 championships, Shams Charania reports, Looney's signed a 2-year, $16 million deal with the New Orleans Pelicans, ending a 10-year run as the Warriors' hard-hat mentor to Kuminga and countless others. Now, the Warriors are scrambling, eyeing veteran center Al Horford to fill the void, per Jake Fisher. But with Kuminga's cap hold and a shrinking budget, Their dynasty dreams are on life support, fans are heartbroken, demanding answers. Can Golden State rebuild around Curry, Butler, and Green? Or is this the twilight of an era? Kuminga's decision could tip the scale. Stay tuned, because the NBA's about to ignite. Hit that subscribe button to follow the chaos. This is Dub Nation, where Warriors never back down. Hit that like, drop a comment, and stay locked in for the next big play. Till next time, Dubs out.